I'm really happy for Panama that they got a goal in this World Cup. It's a historic result. Felipe Beloy off of the free kick. England really left two or three Panamanian players wide open in their box on that play, but at that point, it was 6-0. They could afford to relax a bit. Um, the Panamanian coach, I believe his name is Dario Gomez, he had a word with Gareth Southgate at halftime, and apparently a kind exchange took place, which is always nice to see. He said that England's a spectacular team, they have great players, and they deserved both of the penalties that were awarded to them. And it's not surprising that Panama gave England two penalties here. But Panama, they've now conceded 9 goals. They've scored 1. So right now they have the worst record of any team in the World Cup. At the current moment, they close out against Tunisia. Maybe they can get a draw there or even a win to finish in third place in Group G. But this match was predictable. I didn't think the scoreline was going to be so emphatic, but an England win was almost certainly always in the cards here because it's a mismatch. We knew that Panama entering this tournament was one of the worst sides. Very happy for them that they got here. Wish it wasn't at our expense, but Harry Kane scoring a hat trick. So now he is the leader for the Golden Boot on 5 goals after 2 games. Let's see if he can increase his tally against Belgium and England going forward in the knockout rounds, because England and Belgium have officially clinched a spot in the round of 16. Tunisia and Panama are eliminated, so you kind of have a Group A-esque kind of scenario where Uruguay and Russia went through there, and Egypt, Saudi Arabia are battling out for third. Uruguay, Russia battling out for a top spot. But this one is more interesting. Get to that in a second. So John Stones, a center back, got on the score sheet a couple of times. I believe the other goal was scored through Jesse Lingard. Unlucky himself not to score against Tunisia. I believe he struck the post, if I'm not mistaken. It was a game that you could just about expect from England. It was complete and total domination. We knew Panama were going to play that rugged, physical CONCACAF style of play that a lot of Central American teams play, like Honduras, Costa Rica, El Salvador. And the upside to that is you can keep teams at bay from scoring for a while, like they did in the first half against Belgium in the opening game of Group G. And the downside is a lot of non-CONCACAF referees who are not used to that, because CONCACAF referees are very lenient when awarding fouls. You cost yourself. You give away too many set pieces, and you create goal-scoring opportunities for the opposition. And like I said, that's what happened with Honduras and Australia in the playoff to qualify for the World Cup, where all of Australia's 3 goals came from set pieces. And then from here, England had 2 penalties, and very deservedly so. They were penalties. It's just that when you have a team like Panama who don't have very much individual quality, they're an aging team. I believe they're the oldest squad at this tournament. Blas Perez is 37, Roman Torres, Gabriel Torres are all in their 30s or late 20s, I believe. This was always going to happen. I thought England would win this match 2-0, maybe 3-0 at most, because I thought that Panama would be able to successfully hold them at bay for a little bit like they did against Belgium. But, the floodgates opened in this match, and they beat Panama more decisively than Belgium did. And what's interesting here is Harry Kane's having a great tournament so far. I'm just interested to see if he can add to his tally once England goes up against a better opponent like Belgium, or maybe a round of 16 clash against a Colombia, a Poland, a Senegal, maybe even a Japan. But I have to say England look good. It's already a better tournament for them than 2014. It's already probably a better tournament for them than 2010. So this is their best World Cup performance since 2006. And I think that Gareth Southgate has won over a lot of English hearts and mind because there was skepticism over whether or not he was fit for the job once he was appointed, immediately after, Roy Hodgson was given the boot. But I think he's done fine with this team. And I said, and before this tournament started, I said England can go on a run. They're still undefeated in, I think, about a dozen or so games now. They got draws against teams like Brazil and Germany and Italy in their friendlies leading up to this tournament. They look solid. They look solid. It's going to be really fascinating to see once their competition starts getting harder. But I think England, looking at everybody else in this tournament, who hasn't really been convincing, France, Brazil, Germany. So England, they have a path. They have a path forward. Quarterfinal, semifinal, even at most run is not out of the question. Really don't think so. I don't think it's out of the question. It's totally possible. Because on their day, I think this England team can beat anybody. Now, that's not to say they're going to win the World Cup. I don't think they're going to win the World Cup, but they can at least right the wrongs of the last two World Cup cycles in 2010 and in 2014, and to some extent they already have. Now, the interesting thing about this group, Belgium and England are tied with each other on 6 points. Belgium and England both have 8 goals scored. They both have 3 goals conceded. Wait, do they? No, England have 8 goals scored, and they have 2 goals conceded. Belgium okay. I got it. Same number of goals scored, same number of goals conceded, same goal difference, and they're heading into the final match against each other, where it could end all square in every conceivable tiebreaker, except England has the slight advantage on fair play points. So, if that match between Belgium and England ends in a draw, as I think it will, and England does not pick up a worse, I guess, fair point play percentage in that game, meaning they get less yellows, they don't get a player sent off than Belgium, they have a cleaner record than Belgium, they're through because they have the advantage on the tiebreaker. But let's say, for sake of argument, that England picks up 1 extra yellow card over Belgium, and they're level on every single conceivable tiebreaker. The next tiebreaker, I believe, is drawing of lots. Random drawing of lots by FIFA. And we don't want to see that. It's exciting, but you don't want something to be decided on a coin flip, do you? No, you want something to be decided by either skill or a record. So let's hope it doesn't come to that. But regardless, because the margin is so slim, both teams are probably going to play for the win. I think they're both going to play for the win, which could suit Belgium, actually, now that I think about it. It could suit Belgium. Because otherwise, if England would have been content to just play for any result, like a draw, I think Belgium do have more goal-scoring outlets than England do, but I still think that match is going to be a stalemate. I think it'll be like a 1-1 or even a 0-0. So England right now, very slight advantage. Good luck to the 3 Lions. I hope England beats Belgium. Then I have nothing to fear. In my opinion, England has nothing to fear against anybody they come up against. They can get the 3 points. And if not, they can still go through as group winners. And then for Panama's case, they're on 0 points with Tunisia, but they need to win in order to finish third. Tunisia just needs a draw.